Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is ddunn here, the most chill COD player, bringing some Call of Duty Ghosts, and this is going to be the first installment of what I'm going to call COD 101 with ddunn. It's going to be a Get Better a Call of Duty series, teaching you everything from the most basic thing to the most advanced things that I can think of. Hopefully, it'll help you guys out. Hopefully, you guys will learn and improve your skills. But first, we're just going to go over assault rifle class setups. Now, this is not only going to be the perks to use for assault, specialist, and support, but it's also going to be the best attachments to use with every single assault rifle. If you haven't been watching my live streams, I've been testing out different assault rifles, seeing what's best, what works really well, and dropping some chem strikes in the process. So make sure and check the description below to follow my Twitch stream so you guys can watch that live. And without further ado, let's get into your assault rifle class setup. So first of all, the assault rifle, I highly recommend you start out with quick draw, stalker, and focus. Those are the first three primary perks you're going to want to start out with. If you have a headset, start with amplify. If you do not, use dead silence. Now, without a headset, you're probably wondering why I use dead silence. It's so you don't get sound hoard without a headset. So, once again, with a headset, use amplify. Without, use dead silence. On from there, your last perk is going to be ready up, and then the last perk slot will go to our gun. Now, let's go ahead and start with specialist. What you're going to start off with, if your gun has extended mags, follow me here. If your gun has extended mags, you're going to want to start with scavenger. Yeah, sorry, scavenger, and then Deadeye. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fire here. Deadeye. Now, I know I made a commentary saying Deadeye isn't worth it. I was debating back and forth. Basically, what I decided is if you're going to go on a long streak anyway, you might as well use Deadeye, because anything to medium to long range, and with a silencer on some of these assault rifles, medium range is a lot closer than you think. Deadeye will help you. So use Deadeye. And once again, this is if you have extended mags on your assault rifle. Now we're just going to pick some random perk, and our specialist bonus is going to be Hardline, ICU, Blast Shield, and Sleight of Hand. I'm sorry, not Blast Shield, Dead Silence. Okay, now you're probably wondering, why not use Blast Shield? IEDs everywhere, right? Right. They nerfed IEDs. They nerfed the Riot Shield C4 glitch. So, as long as you are cognizant enough to jump whenever you hear the beep of an IED and aren't facing a ton of douchebags checking C4s at random, you should be fine without Blast Shield. Now we come over here, take off our random perk, and we have a bonus at 11 kills, which is not too bad. That's less than halfway to your chem strike, and then a pretty good bonus as well. Now, if your assault rifle does not, once again, does not have extended mags on it, your class setup will be Sleight of Hand, Scavenger, Deadeye, and then Hardline, ICU, Dead Silence, and Blast Shield. Now, you do get an extra perk here, but the reason why we're putting Sleight of Hand in your first slot is because without those extended mags, you will die quite a bit on your streaks, trying to build up your streaks without Sleight of Hand. So we're going to start with Sleight of Hand because we don't have extended mags. Now, those are your specialist loadouts. If you are wanting to run assault or support, the class setup is the same, and it's going to be a little different. So follow me here. We're going to do Stalker. Same thing applies if you have a headset. Use Amplify. If you do not, use Dead Silence. I have a headset, so I use Amplify. And we're going to go Focus. See if I can remember this here. Drum roll. Ready up. Hardline. And takedown. No, not takedown. Not takedown. Just this. Sorry. Ready up, Stalker, Amplify or Dead Silence, Focus, and Hardline. Now, you could put a. Now, the reason why we're not putting extra perk in here is because one of these perk slots is going to be used up for our gun, which leaves us only one left. If you really want to use takedown, you can, but I don't recommend it. because you can get something a lot better, like an equipment or a secondary, which leads us to our gun. You're going to pick your gun. I highly recommend a secondary. I like this one, the MP443 Grach, whatever it's pronounced, with either extended mags or the muzzle brake attachment. Either one is very, very good. You can also swap that out if you want to use a C4 or even an IED or some sort of grenade. You can do that. Even if you want to use stun grenade, motion sensor, whatever you want to do, you can use it. It frees up a little bit of room, and then we're going to choose our gun. So this is for assault or specialist. So support, I recommend that you run the ammo crate because you don't have scavenger on this class, ballistic vest, and oracle. I was about 2 off a double Kim with this exact class setup. I got a Kim and I died within 4 kills of probably 3 or 4 Kims all last night. So I promise you this is a good class setup. I'm not bullshitting you. I have tested these. They are good. If you're going to run assault, I highly recommend. It depends on what kind of player. If you prefer to run a gun and you just want to pick up kill streaks and keep going, I recommend you use the dog, the sentry gun, and the battle hind. If you prefer to just try and get as many kills as possible, then I highly recommend that you run the Trinity rocket, the Griffin, and then the Helo pilot. So those are all of your class setups. You want to say hi to YouTube, baby? Can you say hi? Say hi. Okay. Guess she doesn't want to say hi. So those are all your class setups. Now for the guns, we're going to go over every single assault rifle and the best attachments for it. Oh, she's touching the remote. Don't touch the remote. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and use the Maverick. The Maverick, if you prefer to run a silencer, I highly recommend you run silencer and grip. This is an assault rifle that has a very left to right kick, not very vertical. It's just more left to right, and that's very, very difficult to manage because people in Call of Duty are people that you're shooting at, and they are vertical. They had, they stand upright. So going left to right, bad. Going up, down, good. So we're going to stick with the grip. And then a silencer or extended mags. That just depends if you want to run a silencer or not. With silencer, it is really weak. With extended mags, it is decent. And then if you're using, this is one of those classes where like silencer and grip, you're going to run sleight of hand, scavenger, and then deadeye. All right. Next assault rifle, the SC 2010. Actually, one of my favorites. Extremely accurate. You do not need a grip, and since it has such low range, I honestly would not recommend muzzle brake. It doesn't really help you all that much. So you're going to want to run extended mags and a silencer, regardless, because the hit that you're going to take without a muzzle brake isn't really that much, honestly. So you might as well just run a silencer. This is one of those guns that you don't need sleight of hand, so you're going to start off with scavenger and then move up to deadeye and onward from there. Now, what's next? SA805. This is a really tricky one, but I'm going to have to say you always have to have a grip. If you want to run a silencer, you can, but it feels really, really weak with a silencer, so I highly recommend that you go grip and extended mags. It's one of the few guns that I recommend without a silencer, so I would recommend you run it in a support class or an assault class, but not a specialist, because running loud, that is to say without a silencer, and specialist, they don't necessarily go too well together unless you can sound whore your ass off. This gun also has very bad iron sights, so you can also run grip and a red dot if you wish. Next one, the AK-12. I know a lot of the quote-unquote pub stompers are going to run silencer and extended mags. Don't do that because it's just like the Maverick and it's recoil patterned. It's very left to right, very difficult to manage, especially if you're trying to improve yourself. So I highly recommend that you run grip, silencer. And that's going to be, on your specialist class with sleight of hand, scavenger, deadeye. If you are going to run an assault or a support streak, then I highly recommend you run grip and extended mags, because you're only trying to build up to like a 10 streak as opposed to a 24 streak. Next assault rifle, we have the FAD. I have used the FAD. I swear to God, I know I haven't unlocked it. It's because I have prestige, blah blah blah. The FAD. You're going to run a grip no matter what, because the recoil is crazy and the iron sights are too obstructive to go without it. The only difference is if you run a red dot and a silencer, because it has enough ammo without extended mags, that's fine. So this one actually has 3 recommendations. I highly recommend you run it with grip and a silencer, a red dot and a silencer, or if you want to go loud, run a grip and a red dot. But either way, always use a grip. Moving on, the Remington. The Remington is a great gun. I've gotten quite a few Kim strikes with it. This one is very, very versatile. Very, very versatile. The one thing is it has very low ammo. So, I know it's going to sound crazy because a lot of people say that the Remington has no recoil, but it actually does. It really does. You will notice a difference. If you run grip for, say, I don't know, 10 games, and then pull off the grip, you will notice a difference, I promise you. So, I recommend running grip and silencer with sleight of hand, scavenger, and then deadeye as your perks, like as your unlock perks in specialists. If you can't handle the iron sights, then a red dot and silencer is just as good. And then if you're running assault or support, then I highly recommend you either run red dot extended mags or grip and extended mags. I have tested the muzzle brake. It is really good. You get 3-shot kills from a very, very long range away, but it's not really necessary because you could still get 4-shot kills from a very long range away, and especially in this game where you die really, really fast, the difference between a 3-shot kill and a 4-shot kill on an assault rifle is not that big. So once again, grip and red dot is really good, grip and silencer is really good, or if you can handle the iron sights, silencer extended mags or silencer grip. Just depends if you want to run sleight of hand, scavenger, deadeye, or just scavenger and then deadeye. Next is the MSBS. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very good with this gun. I have used it quite a bit, but there's pretty much only a couple ways to go, especially since they nerfed it. And pretty much the only way to go, in my opinion, is the red dot and the muzzle brake. That's pretty much it. I would not recommend this gun with a silencer. It is a little bit more spammable since they like nerfed it and then buffed it again. But just overall, it's a lot better. So I would not run this in specialist. I would only run this in support or assault. And once again, red dot and the muzzle brake. Lastly is the Honey Badger, which I have the most kills with. It's probably my highest KD assault rifle. It's just a wonderful gun. This one is pretty versatile. These first 3 things are what you're going to use. You're either going to run grip extended mags, grip red dot, or red dot extended mags. If you can handle the iron sights, it is really, really bouncy, but if you can handle the iron sights, I recommend grip and extended mags on every class. If you cannot handle the iron sights, you can manage the recoil with either a red dot and grip. It's really, really easy to manage. If you're a little bit more experienced player and you want to try and fight through a little bit of the verticality and the recoil, then I would run red dot and extended mags. And last but not least is the ARX, probably the weakest assault rifle in the game. It really honestly is not very good. It's only barely better than the submachine guns. And this one, there's pretty much only one way to go, and that is if you're running specialist and you really want to go for a Kim strike with this gun, I don't recommend it. But if you really want to, run grip and silencer. That's my recommendation if you're going to run specialist. And once again, that will go with sleight of hand, scavenger, and deadeye. But I would highly recommend that if you do run this gun, it's going to be in an assault or support role, and that's going to be grip and extended mags. So there you go, guys. That is every single assault rifle, the best attachments for each one, silenced, unsilenced, the best perks if you're going to run support or assault or specialist. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, feel free to leave a like. If you hated this video, then by all means just go ahead and dislike the shit out of it. Make sure to look at the links below. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see y'all in the next episode of COD 101 with ddunn, in which I believe we're going to discuss aim, how to improve your aim, how to get better, and